Hot. Oh, shit.
These students are on an archaeological excavation. Among the artifacts they are finding are these pieces of 3,000-year-old Ammonite pottery. The Ammonite people lived in what is now the Kingdom of Jordan, but they are not in Jordan. They are at the Center for Near Eastern Archaeology at La Sierra University. And this is one of the sites where your students can learn about science and history with our archaeology adventure.
Archaeology. The word conjures up visions of pyramids, of cities rising above steaming jungles, of fabulous artifacts and great adventures. But archaeology is not an Indiana Jones adventure film. It is a scientific study of the human past that uses the skills of many disciplines, including architecture, art, botany, cartography, chemistry, geology, history, physics, and even zoology. The mystique of archaeological adventures and discoveries can be used to teach a variety of lessons. Our Archaeology Adventure program uses Common Core standards to connect history, science, math, and language arts. It also teaches STEM concepts. The program is more than a field trip. It is a field school.
Our program is divided into 3 sections. First, the students are introduced to the vocabulary of the discipline and taken through hands-on lessons in observation and inference, archaeological context, and ethics. This section can be done as an hour-long session during the field trip or as a more extensive 2-hour version in your school's classroom. The second section is excavation. Students are divided into crews of 4, and each crew is given a 1 by 1 meter unit to excavate. Their assignment is to excavate to a depth of 10 centimeters. They map the artifacts and features they find using coordinate pairs and recover the artifacts for future study. We recover more than just the large artifacts. Small artifacts and items are also vital to tell the story of the human past. As an example, these seeds can tell us what foods people were eating. All the excavated soil is screened to find the smaller items. The soil that is excavated is also an important part of the archaeological context. It can tell about human activity and what natural forces affected the deposition of the archaeological artifacts. Part of the student's job is to record their soil observations. Teachers are supplied with lesson plans so the students can take samples of the soil back to their classroom for further analysis. Archaeology is not about the things we find, it's about what we find out. The third section is cataloging and analysis. The students catalog the artifacts they find. They measure and describe the artifacts and give them field accession numbers. A discussion follows as the day's findings and their significance are reviewed.
We have 5 archaeology adventure excavation sites in 2 locations. Each excavation site is themed for a specific historic period. At La Sierra University in Riverside, we have 3 excavation pits. Each can accommodate classrooms of up to 34 students at a time. 2 sites are at the Center for Near Eastern Archaeology. In La Sierra Pit 2, your students will discover a site from the Near East during the Iron Age. It is based on the excavations of a house at Tal al-Umeri, a 3,000-year-old Ammonite site in Jordan. Umeri has been excavated by students and staff from La Sierra. Some of the artifacts your students will find are actually from the Umeri house site. We use these artifacts with the permission of the Jordanian Department of Antiquities.
Pit 3 is based on a Roman glass fabrication site from about 2,000 years ago. Glassmaking started in the Near East. and became an industry during the Roman Empire. Roman glass has been found in archaeological sites as far away as Japan. Students attending these sites can also tour the archaeology labs at the Near Eastern Center.
Here in La Sierra Pit 1, students discover archaeology a little bit closer to home. Many of the artifacts are 100 years old and were discovered during the development of Petco Park, San Diego. Some of the artifacts found during the original excavation were kept for future study, and some were put on display at the park itself, and then some were put here for the students to rediscover.
At the Lewis Center for Educational Research in Apple Valley, we have 2 sites, so we can accommodate up to 68 students at a time. Both have glass as a theme. The Roman glass fabrication site is similar to that at La Sierra, with features including tank furnaces and an annealing oven. Our other site is based on the first industry established in what is now the United States, the 1609 Glass Works in Jamestown, Virginia. The original Jamestown Glass Works was excavated in 1949. Its features can be seen today at the Colonial National Historic Park. Many of the artifacts the students find are reproductions of those actually found in Jamestown and come to us courtesy of Preservation Virginia and Eastern National. We also have archaeology education programs that can come to your classroom. With our 2-hour time detectives, students learn about the archaeological process as they work with real artifacts and historic documents to form a hypothesis about what happened in the past. All our programs can be customized to meet the objective of GATE and honors classes, as well as homeschool programs. We invite you and your students to discover where science and history come together at one of our archaeology adventures.